Hey, if you're constantly bloated and having weird poops, listen up. It's not what you're eating, it's probably burnout. And I know because I've been there. Now, before you start swearing off carbs or Googling a whole new diet, hear me out here. The problem isn't what's on your plate, it's actually what's happening in your life and also in your body. You see, stress, burnout, and that endless life of being go, go, go is wreaking havoc on your gut. Trust me, I went through months of thinking it was all about my food choices. And let me tell you, no amount of kale or cutting out gluten is gonna fix burnout induced stomach issues. So, today we are breaking down the real reason your gut's in full rebellion mode, and more importantly, what you can do to start feeling better without giving up the foods you love. Because burnout is sneaky and it shows up in your body long before you realize it's even there. But once you know what to look out for, you can start getting your digestion and your life back on track. If we're new to each other, I'm Tara, a leadership coach who's passionate about helping driven professionals like you stop burning out and start feeling like themselves again. After dealing with my own burnout and all the glory that came with it, I'm here to show you that success doesn't have to mean running yourself ragged. You can still achieve big things and feel human at the same time. You deserve to feel balanced and badass, and I'm here to help you get there. Hit subscribe and let's get you living your best life. All right, so let's talk about what's actually happening inside your body when you're burned out, because it's not just in your head and it's not just about being tired. When you're stressed out or on the verge of burnout, your body essentially goes into fight or flight mode, like it's gearing up for battle. And when you're in that state, your body doesn't know the difference between an angry boss or a bear chasing you. It just knows stress. And it starts to shut down anything that's not essential, like, I don't know, your ability to digest food properly. Food just kind of sits there fermenting. Your stomach stops processing it how it's supposed to, and you're left feeling bloated, gassy, or running to the bathroom at the worst possible times. I learned this the hard way. I went from bloating after every meal to having no idea what was even safe to eat, all because my body was stuck in burnout mode. So your gut is basically sending you an early warning signal. It's waving a big red flag telling you something's off with your stress levels long before your brain even catches on. And that's actually good news, because once you recognize these signs, you can start making changes before things get worse. Okay, now you know it's probably not your food, it's likely your stress. But what can you actually do about it? The good news is you don't need to overhaul your entire life or go on some crazy elimination diet to fix this. I mean, have you actually tried those? I have, and they are freaking hard. Luckily, there are simple, practical steps that you can take right now to get your gut and stress levels back in check. First step, take a breath. Literally. Deep breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, and this is the system responsible for calming things down and just letting your body know that it's safe to relax. And relaxation is exactly what your gut needs to work properly. This shift is what moves you out of that constant survival mode where digestion is the least of your body's priorities and into rest and digest mode, which is where your gut really wants to be. Second, take your time with your meals. We're all guilty of eating lunch while firing off some emails or grabbing a quick bite between meetings. But if you want to help your digestion, you gotta slow down, not scarf down. When you rush through meals, you're making it so much harder for your digestive system to do its job. Chewing your food thoroughly is one of the easiest things you can do to support digestion. And I know it might sound basic, but the simple act of chewing breaks down your food, obviously, but also it sends a signal to your body that it's time to release digestive enzymes. The slower you chew, the more time you're giving your stomach to process what's coming in. Lastly, move, but gently. I'm not talking about hitting the gym for 2 hours here. When I say move, I mean light movement, like a short walk after lunch or maybe some easy stretching. Gentle movement gets your digestive system going by stimulating the muscles in your gut, which helps me, move things along, if you know what I mean. Plus, twisting movements in particular are great for aiding digestion because they massage your internal organs, helping food pass through more easily. So to recap, deep breathing, slowing down, and just a little gentle movement are simple but powerful ways to get your digestion back on track when burnout has it all messed up. And here's a bonus tip for you. Combine them. Take a few deep breaths while you're waiting for your food to heat up. Or maybe go for a quick walk while you're on your next conference call. You know, the one where you don't actually have to engage or participate and you know you're probably going to be off screen anyways. Go for a walk. These little things will add up over time, and soon enough, your gut's going to start feeling a whole lot happier. But here's the thing. These are daily habits. It's not about doing one deep breath and expecting miracles or taking just one walk and thinking that your gut will magically be cured. You've got to make these things part of your routine because burnout doesn't happen overnight and neither does recovery. Your body is responding to the daily stress that you've been under for weeks, months, hell, maybe even years. So give it a little time to adjust as you make these changes. Stick with it, and I promise you'll be spending less time in the bathroom and more time just feeling like a human again. And look, if you're feeling like burnout is hitting you harder than you expected, or you're just not sure where to start, download my free guide, 10 Signs You're Headed for Burnout, so you can get a clearer picture of where you're at and what steps you can take next. Trust me, it is a hell of a lot better to catch burnout early than to let it take over your life. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. And take care of yourself, friend. You deserve to feel balanced, badass, and like the best version of yourself. I'll see you next week.